What's up, y'all? NRW Nerds Rule the World, back for another week of entertainment picks. I'm Kuya P, and as always, I'm joined by my pal Heather Hertz. Heather, we already got talking a little bit. I know the vibes right now, but let's go through what we normally do. What have you been at least watching to get your mind off of the other stuff happening in the world? I think as of this recording, you really didn't catch Bonito Bowl. We talked about that last week. Bad Bunny, as of this recording, just performed at the Super Bowl. There was some kind of game around it. I know for you, I'm a football guy, so I was ready for the game. Team I wanted to win, shout out the Seahawks. They won, beating the MAGA Patriots, which I'm very happy to say. So yeah, Seahawks won, and Bonito Bowl was amazing. I hope you can check that out. Just the cultural significance of it. Last year, Kendrick Lamar, to me, probably, I got to really think about it, but offhand, I would say my favorite halftime of all time, followed now by this. I thought it was outstanding. And in all Spanish, in everything, and just the cultural significance and what he was trying to say with his work was awesome. So you didn't catch it, but what have you been doing? And
I just want to tag in. I will say this is I haven't been able to watch it yet because for some reason the news is primarily focusing on the other halftime event that all the racists watch.
Yeah.
There's literally a 3-to-1 ratio in the news right now about the lesser watched by nearly 1/10 of the viewership. No, it's like a 0.5% or something like that.
Nowhere near.
And so I haven't been able to catch the full thing because I haven't had to go in and I haven't been able to go in and do the work to actually find it yet. Because work needs to be done. It shouldn't need to be. I do believe that they're going to post it in full today as we're recording this. So I'm sure I'll be able to find it a lot easier. But last year when I watched Kendrick's, it was one of those where it was posted immediately following. I started watching that shit on loop for an hour after it. But with that being said, Kendrick Lamar, I don't want to put down the incredible work because I have seen some of it, what was easily accessible yesterday. What Bad Bunny did was a statement, an important one that needs to be made right now, but it was because of Kendrick Lamar that he was able to make that statement. He opened up those doors to a more comfortable space for us to watch those statements being made. So for me, it's going to be really hard to beat Kendrick's piece from last year, I think, because of the doors that he opened with the statements he made. I know that sounds, I really don't want to sound like I'm pushing it down, but I will say that it'll probably be really hard on the 1 to 2 scale for me because of what Kendrick Lamar did last year. Does that make sense?
yes and no. I gotta say, I want to give actual props to Rock Nation. I have to say it. Jay-Z, the people producing the entertainment show and selecting the performers. I gotta give it them. Once Jay-Z and his whole team stepped on board to be responsible for the halftime show, along with Pepsi, the board of whoever is selecting the talents have been brilliant. Starting with, I think it was Rihanna the year before, which again was amazing. But just every year since they've came on board, the selection of the talent that they've selected and allowing them to the freedom to express themselves fully has been outstanding. So
absolutely.
While I do credit, I don't want to disrespect Kendrick, but at the same time, he's amazing. Again, my favorite. But it's due to the fact of the people that have laid the foundation there,
Absolutely.
So,
I think that's what I was trying to get at. It's
no worries.
I don't want to lower down.
Kendrick stood out from everybody after last year.
It was because of the development that we got to see through Kendrick Lamar's performance that we will now get more of these performance pieces, and I am so excited. And of course, it was not just Kendrick Lamar; it was all of the humans. And the same with Bad Bunny. It was all of the humans that came together.
I know that's what you're going for too, by the way. I just didn't want to.
No, I totally get it. It's
put that in there.
I think that's why it's going to be hard, though, for me when I'm watching it to put it at the same level or above, is because of what that show represented last year and how it is going to make way for future shows, including what we saw with Bad Bunny.
Definitely.
Other than that, what I'm watching is I finally watched Wonder Man. I watched it all
Oh,
Really,
we
really
got to
fun.
do our review. That's another
Yeah,
review we
I
got to
do a
get up
review.
there.
'Cause I do
Okay.
think that Kuya P and I are going to have a very different opinion on that. And will I probably get on a soapbox about the corporate prison system? No, not at all. I've never stood on a soapbox once in my life.
We don't do that here.
Nope. And I watched a couple of things, some homework that I needed to do for Kuya P. He gave me literally a list. I told him to give me 10. I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
went
that list
through
has
everything
like
that was on the thing as order of
I know,
prominence.
but I told him 10 things he absolutely wanted me to watch. There is easily 30 items on that list, and I was just
Probably
like,
more than that.
so.
There's probably more than that. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't,
But
and again, it was just like I said in my notes. It was order of prominence per what's available there, but go at your leisure to whatever. This is just my suggested bits.
I totally get it.
I don't
And
want people to
other
think
than
I'm an
that, I've watched.
asshole, Heather.
I know, I know. Other than that, I've gotten to watch a couple of things that I cannot talk about. One of which is for a Prime series that I cannot talk about until next week. And probably one of the coolest interviews I've ever done in my life. And yeah, other than that, that's kind of what I'm doing. What about you, Kuipi?
Um, yeah. Same as you know. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of interviews being posted, a lot of content. Man, I can't really think right now because I'm coming off a Super Bowl weekend. You have me now thinking about halftimes because I started talking about halftimes. I'm like, man, it was Rihanna the year before that, and who was that? Like, when did that whole scale now happen? And now I'm like, my brain is in that mode. I'm coming off of my daughter. It's college year. I think I've talked about that in the past. She's not only applying, but she's also auditioning. That goes along with those, and we are coming back from Virginia Beach. That was cool. um Man, yeah, there's and just stuff I can't talk about that I want to talk about, but I know I can't. So just stay tuned. We're gonna have a bunch of content coming soon. And yeah, we'll have it there. So since I have 4 picks, Heather, let's get right into it. And I know there's some other things we got recorded now, realizing you got Wonder Man in and you got some other things in. We got more work to do. So let's get to it. You ready to kick off with the first pick I have, Heather?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, this one, because I was away, I didn't get to go to the press screening that happened this past weekend. And I don't know. I feel like I should be more pumped for this film, Heather, but I'm not exactly. I think we've already done a reaction to it. But let's go to the trailer and then let's talk about it a little bit. But GOAT is dropping this weekend, or this week on Friday for friends, family, everyone, all ages.
Let's go, Mom. We're so close.
It's my baby's very first roarball game.
The Smooch Cam is on patrol.
Woo! Let's go.
Introducing Vineland's very own hometown hero, 5-time All-Star Jack Fillmore.
When I get big, I'm gonna be just like her.
You're not just gonna play roarball. You're gonna change the game.
That tiny kid grew up to be me. Well, Harris. Older? Yep. Bigger? Not so much. Life hasn't been easy, but I keep it moving.
I believe in you. And I made you a sandwich. Catch! Oops. Airball. Sorry about that.
I never lost the dream to play professional roarball, where the fiercest animals compete in the most dangerous stadium.
Ow! That's the 4th mascot this season.
But there's only one problem.
Small cannonball.
You wanna bet?
Wish I was a baller.
Owned by a goat.
Hey, Will!
You're the owner of the Thorns.
Seeing as we haven't won a game all season, you might be exactly what this team needs right now.
You're signing a goat?
Hey!
I'm just gonna eat him.
He's fine.
Ready to meet the team? There's Jet, a legend, but she takes her losses a little too personally. Lenny, he has a hard time focusing.
I'm sorry, you saying something?
Archie, the face of gentle parenting.
What happened to no kids in the locker room?
And I'm coming.
I breathed it in. There's Olivia. We have to limit her screen time.
Oh no.
And Modo, whatever the heck he is.
It's just my skin.
Ew!
You don't belong here, goat. You're too small.
My mom told me if anyone could change the game, it was me. And I want her to be right. Chilling in the penthouse. We chilling in the penthouse.
Hey!
You guys ain't gonna believe this place. We got a TV on the toilet, even has a remote, unsanitary, but it's cool. Stop. Bad toilet.
All right, GOAT dropping this weekend. Yeah, I'm a basketball dude. We were talking about football to kick everything off. I am more of a football guy than a basketball guy. Used to play both in high school, but I don't know. You know, it's got a great DNA there, Heather. Sony Pictures, they gave us K-pop Demon Hunters. They gave us the Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man animated stuff, Spider-Verse stuff. But I don't know. It's just not grabbing me. And I don't know why.
This seems like a rehash of Zootopia. I know that sounds terrible. I think that the art's going to be wonderful because we've only seen wonderful artwork coming from the studio. But the thing is that this story is telling the exact same thing, at least from the trailer. It's telling the exact same thing that Zootopia is, or at least the original one. It's that, the little vegetarian animals, can't do as much. They don't grow as big. They aren't, they're not this, that, and the other. It's all of the mammals, all the meat-eating predators. They're the ones that are the winners. And I feel like we've seen it. This is just with a goat and basketball.
Yeah.
It's a weird mix between Space Jam and Zootopia.
Yeah. And that's not a bad combination.
No.
But at the same time, are we getting too old, Heather? Like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, and
I feel like I should like it more.
Not every movie should be for us, but at the same time, there's a certain point. You and I have talked about this in the past, where generationally we should always get something different. Like we should, we might get the same thing from point A to point B, and we'll use the example of Batman. Your Batman's going to be a little different than my Batman, and I'm not saying it because you're old. I'm saying it because there was just a generation there.
89 Batman will always be the Batman, Heather.
I know. But it's, your Batman's different from my Batman, who's different from your daughter's Batman. Like, there's okay to have the same story rehashed. The problem is when the same story is rehashed within the same generation. Zootopia, as an example, just fucking happened. It just happened. So why are we retelling that exact same story? Because it literally looks like, because it gives off those feels. Now, hopefully it's not. And we know, as we said, that this production company has definitely done some bangers when it comes to film. And no matter what, this movie will probably be beautiful.
Yeah.
It'll probably be beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm hyped for it, but also I'm not hyped for it, which is crazy. I want to love it more, but we shall see. Because I didn't make it to the press screen, I'm gonna have to buy that ticket. So stay tuned, y'all. I have some thoughts. I gotta check with the fam, see how they are. Really, I need to talk to my daughter. She isn't really, generally she's on, peeping the animated stuff and be like, hey, Dad, let's go. So that'll be the gauge, I guess. That'll be the gauge. All right, so GOAT dropping this weekend. Next up, a film Heather and I already have a review up on the channel. We got a chance to check it out early. I'm still hopefully waiting that she or I will have interviews tied to this. We're already on release week. It may not happen because they haven't said anything, but go check out our review for Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, dropping this week.
There's some shit that's about to come down that I can't prepare you for. It's gonna try to give you everything you ever wanted, but in the end, it will all be a lie. Are any of you even listening to me?
I traveled here today to tell you that things do not go well for you in the future.
But tonight we got a shot. There is a perfect configuration of people in this diner that can save humanity.
What happens if we fail?
I really don't like to say it out loud. It's kind of a morale killer. Somewhere inside of you, you know the way things are, the way we're heading, the way people are with each other. You know the world's going to shit. What means the damn is you people choosing to come along for this ride because you see the writing on the wall and you're ready to wake up and do something about it.
There is a chance you will die tonight.
Those are real bullets!
But I truly believe you could be the group that saves the fucking world.
This is real.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Their entire lives have been building to this night.
It's gonna be okay. Or it's not. I don't know.
All right. A part I think only Sam Rockwell could do. But go check out a review. What do you want to say about this, Heather?
If you are one of the 1.1 million people that lost your lives, oh my God, that's a bad way to put it. I think it was.
Well, that did
something
happen
like,
when a certain person took president. We're living in a twilight zone right now. I'm telling
we
you.
are living in a weird space. When I think it was something like 25% of the 1.1 million people who lost their jobs in 2025 were due to a reduction in workload due to the incorporation of AI. You can get a free ticket for this film. They are fighting against, unlike the Scream silliness that we saw in that trailer, which I'll talk about later. We'll talk about that later. If you have lost your job due to AI incorporation, go get a free ticket for this film. We would say go see our review for what we believe. I enjoyed this movie enough, but go watch our review. I think it's worth the price of admission, but if you lost your job due to AI, go get your free ticket and enjoy some time to yourself and enjoy some time in the theater and watch the destruction of the AI revolution.
Yeah, go check out our review. Again, we're not trying to spoil here. Heather and I were being very careful. I like that. But yeah, go check it out. Get that free ticket. And actually, that reminds me, there's a film, before we get to our next pick, Heather, that I saw last week that I wish I would have saw it prior to the time we do our picks, because it definitely would have been added to my picks for last week. Heather, Solo Mio, starring Kevin James. I spoke with the Kinane brother director. There's like a set of 8 brothers. They're called the Kinane brothers. They did literally everything as crew side of the house. But I spoke to the eldest Kinane brother, who is the director. And yeah, it's a film starring Kevin James. It's a guy who's left at the altar, and then, because he paid for everything, goes on his honeymoon alone. It's a sweet romantic comedy that just was really cool and very surprisingly good. And if you are a dude that is, been having troubles of late, in relationships, there's a free ticket. Heather reminded me this because of this AI thing. Solo Mio is giving you a free dude ticket if you're brokenhearted and, having, you get a free ticket for a dude. So if you have a male friend and you want to see this film, dudes get in free, or you could get one free ticket for a dude. So I think that's very sweet, and it's a very sweet film. I put it up there with The Father of the Brides as wedding style themed movies. Recommend. So there you go. Heather, I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but because I still want you, because I think it's pretty good. Anyway, because that's tall order. Father Bride is one of the best wedding films. Would you say is the wedding themed film? What do you think is the best wedding themed film? Can you?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
You know what? You had me thinking that. And what is that like?
Bridesmaids.
Damn, there is a list now. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Bridesmaid, Father Bride 1 and 2. The wedding with that's based off that song by that group. And it's like a play. They also do a play.
Mamma Mia?
Mamma Mia. I think that's because, there's a wedding in there.
The movie is trash. The musical is phenomenal.
You know what? I've never seen the movies, to be honest. I'm remembering the musical. So,
okay, I've only seen two.
So the movies were trash. I gotta check them out.
The movie, well, the movie was pretty trash. I love Meryl Streep. I love her so much.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, it had to be good because they had
and Amanda Seyfried, who y'all know I love. She's in it, but no, I saw one of my few claims is I got to see the OG, the original run of Mamma Mia when it hit its first tour, and nah, the musical is wonderful. Don't watch the movie.
Okay. Well, Mamma Mia, I think it's wedding adjacent. You know, that's
it's a wedding. It's a wedding. No, it's a wedding.
Yeah.
So, but it's I would say if you want to talk about the best, I'm sorry, but My Big Fat Greek Wedding, not 2, but My Big Fat Greek Wedding is number 1, Bridesmaids is number 2, and then Father of the Bride 1. I enjoyed Father of the Bride 2, but Father of the Bride 1 would be number 3 for me.
Father of the Bride is number 1, but now you've got me thinking Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids is up there, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding is up there too. They're definitely, that's the top 5. That's top 5 talk. Solo Mio, I put at least, I have to say it was strong, but maybe because I'm fresh off of it, it's in at least the top 10. It's definitely not better than that 5 we just listed, or 4, or whatever. If I can count right. Anyway, we're sidetracking. I recommend Solo Mio. Go get your free dude ticket. And if you're an AI person affected, again, go check out Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And if you're also feeling in a romantic mood, because actually this picks week that we're giving picks is Valentine's Day weekend, y'all. If you subscribe to that man-made holiday or whatever. But interesting day film in Wuthering Heights, based off of classic novel. Let's go to Wuthering Heights with Jacob Elordi and Margot Robbie.
What should you do, Heathcliff? If you were rich?
Barbie and Frankenstein.
I suppose I'd do what all rich men do. Live in a big house. And be cruel to my servants. Take a wife.
A wife? What wife?
Heathcliff, you're not enough. Not for her.
Mr. Linton asked me to marry him.
Heathcliff is gone. You must accept it.
Why did you leave me?
Why did you betray your own heart?
Where is the obstacle?
Here. Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
I will not stand for that fiend. I will not have you near her.
Did you think it would stop me? So kiss me. And let us both be damned.
Was my guy licking the wall?
He was.
Wait a minute now. Like, okay, freaky. Okay. It is Emerald Fennel. Did you ever see Saltburn, homie? Did we?
Yeah, you and I did a review of Saltburn. Okay. Yes.
And we know how freaky. And wasn't that Emerald Fennel?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
She a freak. Anyway, I'm curious. Well, actually, as of this recording, when we're done, Heather and I'm actually heading out to the press screening, so I'll have my thoughts soon. So look for that. But Heather, what are your thoughts? I know you're not able because it's in a third world country where I've got to go to this screening. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Are you excited?
I am, and I'm not. I love the Bronte sisters. Of course, they're an integral part to the romantic written word. They are an integral part to literature overall. I am going to call out the lack of correct casting here, though, because Heathcliff, as we know, we cannot just ignore the fact that Heathcliff is supposed to be a person of color. It is what makes him an other in the story. Not only is he poor, but he is an other. He is an outsider. He is not white, which was an absolute, which was breaking every boundary at the time that the book was written. And the fact that it was white, there's now a white man there. It kind of gets rid of half of the reason that this relationship is so difficult. To me, this is going to be smexy as hell. This is basically going to be porn. It is basically going to be porn. But we cannot, and Creepy and I try to take that information out. We try to be actual critics and not talk about race and everything, but there are, adaptions change. But part of the importance of this book is that Heathcliff is not white.
Wow. That's Jacob Elordi's part?
Yes.
Oh. Now you've got me looking at this whole thing with a whole, because I don't know. I didn't know the book. I've heard of it and all of that. But the fact that now that you say it, it's kind of like, I kind of feel like those white people, they get mad that Michael Clark Duncan was cast as Kingpin. Even though that was kind of cool at the time. And Michael Clark Duncan is imposing, although I do like who we have now as Kingpin in the Daredevil series. Vincent D'Onofrio, he's amazing. But you know how they complain, oh, we're giving it to a POC now or whatever. Here, they took a POC role made white. Although Jacob Elordi is a handsome young man.
This is going to be porn. It's going to be porn.
It's going to be smexy. I can understand, Emerald, he was amazing in Saltburn, which is why I'm sure Emerald cast him in this. He's a great, phenomenal young actor. Amazing as Frankenstein. I think Jacob is one of my faves right now. But now I'm like, per what you're saying, per storyline wise, that makes a lot of sense, Heather, and unfortunate. And for what they're trying to do and do it accurately, I wish now what you're saying would fit.
And to be fair, I want to point out this statement, and I'm saying this as a white woman. I'm saying this out as a white woman. This is just a repeat of what women of color specifically, but people of color overall have said before. There is a huge difference between recasting or casting a person of color in a white role, especially one that is very non-descriptive, aka Spider-Man, who could be anyone under the fucking mask. But there's a big difference between casting someone who is white, who is nondescript, who could be literally anyone as a person of color, and casting a intentional person of color as a white person. There are racisms in that. And we need to call that out. We need to be aware. We will, of course, critique this in a professional way, but we cannot dismiss that fact with this adaptation.
I am now thinking this thing in a whole different way, but I'm sure it's good. I still think, I now want that version. I think I'm going to go. I think, to be honest, because I'm a fan of Robbie, I'm a fan of Elordi, I'm a fan of Fennel. I think I probably will enjoy this film tonight, although it is probably going to be porn. But now, because of that knowledge, Heather, and I'm sure, and like you're saying, the people this is a legendary book. Damn it!
With intentional expectations that he was a person of color, it's a part of it.
I'm upset that we're not getting that now. You know what I'm saying? And now I want that. So again, I'm literally saying, everybody, I'm gonna probably enjoy this movie. But at the same time, if I was a fan, I'd be upset. I'm upset that I'm not getting that. I want that. So anyway, Wuthering Heights. There you go. More thoughts to come. Thank you for sharing that, Heather. Now I'm like mind blown. Another last pick, dropping this week. It's Crime 101, megastar cast. There's no order of these picks this week. I generally kind of do least interested and most interested. I'm equally interested in both Crime 101 and Wuthering Heights. I'm actually set for the following day of this recording to go check that one out in the faraway land as well. Again, wishing Heather could join, but that's just what they're fucking doing right now, which is crazy. Anyway, please make some closer to us. Crime 101 dropping this week. Let's check out the trailer. Here we go.
Mike,
Sharon. So what are we driving?
if you can guess, I'll give you the keys to it.
Oh, Chevy Chevette, racing green.
Right color.
That is a beautiful car. I need to be in your line of work. I'm real good at reading people.
And what have you read about me?
Okay. You look like a person who has secrets. You got the cars, the clothes, but you can't seem to look me in the eye.
Start by handing me your phone.
You're looking at robberies of jewels, money, or high-value items in the last 4 years. Now, remove every robbery where there was DNA left at the scene. I think all of these are the same guy, and he hits every time along the 101 freeway.
I came here to make you a business proposition. I've worked at the same company for 11 years. You're a VP when you should be a partner. Those high-value items your company insures, I occasionally make them disappear. And no one gets hurt. I wouldn't die for an insurance company. Get in. There's water in the trunk.
Here's a courier carrying watches and gems. And the buyer's paying cash. Looking at $11 million in one room. 3 of which I'll be taking. Doesn't matter how much money you make, it's never enough.
I'll know when I have enough.
How?
He's planning something new, father. My dad always says you gotta break through eggs. You tell him I see you again in the book.
As smart as our guy is, he can't help but form a pattern.
I'm getting close. I know it. Something doesn't feel right.
Nice car. You into cars?
Yeah, I prefer the old American ones.
I used to dream of having a Mustang when I was a kid.
Like Steve McQueen.
You ever see the Thomas Crown Affair? Well, he's a high-class thief in it.
I like bullet chases.
You're about to break every rule you've ever lived by. What makes this job different?
There comes a moment when you realize you don't have as much time as you thought you had.
Man, this cast is beast.
I was gonna say, speaking of Saltburn, damn, okay.
Amazing. What do you think, Heather? Oh, right, Barry. Barry,
Oh.
we saw you, Barry.
We saw you do some weird shit.
What do you think of Crime 101, Heather?
I can't tell what I think. I will say that I want to know why Hallie is not Storm in Doomsday, and apparently Chris Hemsworth knows why she's not, and I want to know what he knows. I will say that. Other than that, I really don't know how I feel about this film. Though, I'm going to say this, and I know this sounds really weird. I am really excited. We've had it for a long time where there's always older men and younger women like pairing up. This is like the second or third film where we've started to see the older women and the younger men. You know, kind of, I know that sounds like a weird diversity like element, but I really like that we're actually seeing like a diversity in age when it comes to coupling, because we've had it too long where we've had the men in their 60s going out with women in their 20s. It's kind of gross. It's always been kind of gross. And Halle, no matter what though, Halle Berry looks like she's fucking 30. She's gonna look like it forever. But yeah, that kind of hit me. I was just like, all right, I'm okay with this. You know?
Yeah, it's wild. Wuthering and yeah, with Crime, both of them. Yeah, I'm curious how old. Yeah, the age range there. Anyway.
I don't think it's much. I think it's like 10 years, but it's still like, it's nice to see that we're not seeing a demographic of old man and young child.
So true. That has always bothered me from a male standpoint, from my point of view. Yeah, it's like, ugh. Yeah, I've never liked it. Never liked it. But I'm not a pedophile like the rest of the Republicans are, because they appreciate it. They don't mind it. They allow it. Anyway, so those are our picks this week, Heather. Goats, good luck, have fun, don't die, Wuthering Heights, and Crime 101. Thumbs up, thumbs down to the side. Where we stand this week for you?
I'm kind of at like a 3/4. There's some I'm not rushing to. There's some that have obvious concerns about them. And honestly, Goat, I'm kind of so...
Yes, that's wild. They gave us K-pop Demon. They're Sony. The animation is dope. Spider-Verse.
The difference is the reason that I'm okay that this is happening is because I know the animation is going to be great. Like that's what's making, like, I don't, unless the plot is something crazy that they're not showing in the trailer, I know the animation's going to be on point. I know it's going to be on point.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you. Unlike the previous weeks, well, you and I have seen at least one of the 4 right now. By the end of the week, I'll have seen 3 of the 4. But I'm probably right about 75% there. But there you go. Let us know your thoughts, and I'm sure there's stuff we're missing. I can't recall the list offhand. To me, these is like the top for this week. But yeah, go check out everything else on the channel. Heather and I've got more stuff to do, so we're just gonna get up out of here. Any more thoughts, Heather?
No, it's like go see some interviews. We talk to people.
Yeah. Go check to Heather talking to people, me talking to people. Go do that right now. Let us know what you think about these picks in the comments below. Heather Hurt, QEP, Nerds Rule the World.